let's do Monday the 27th to Sunday, May 3rd. Okay, so we'll do for this collective week, the energy of this week. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to start with Aries. Yeah, I don't know why it skips. It could be my internet connection. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Okay, Aries. I'm just going to do two 4-card spreads. Use 2 decks here. Okay. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel yet, please go check it out. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. Okay. Aries, this week you're just not feeling like there's any growth in a romantic situation. It's like you're not feeling, you could not be feeling spiritually connected to somebody. Like you guys have been having your fights and your drama, and it's causing some rifts in the home. So you got the Ace of Pentacles reversed twice, so you're just not feeling like you're building something with this person. But I think in the end, it's a learning experience that you're going to may find leads, into a more harmonious balance for yourself. Okay. Even though you may love this person, that you are feeling love for this person may be more immature than you, may be a younger person than you. But their way of expressing their love to you is in an immature way, and it's causing a lot of strife right now. And it could be just because we're in this quarantine period where you're just feeling the home life is just a little stressed, or your living situation is a little stressed, like there's some squabbles going on. You're just not seeing any growth right now. You're not seeing that happy times, and you're just contemplating. You're learning from it, but you're also contemplating and thinking about your next move. And I do think you will be getting some reprieve to it. There might be someone offering, an amends to this, making amends. But I don't know if you're going to be all that, having your heart on your sleeve kind of moment. Okay. Yeah, they may not feel it's growing either. Both might be at a stalemate here. For those of you that are in relationships. And if you're single, you might just be, if you're having some, you're just not communicating. Somebody's not communicating to you how they feel, and it's really frustrating. You're not seeing it going anywhere. You're just finding that you're not building, and it's just, you're just not feeling like you're going to be having a brand new beginning, but you will be. It's just a matter of time, and take this period of singlehood as a time to work on yourself and find that balanced and happy medium within your own life. Yeah, I'm just not feeling that foundational foundations are just not there. The happiness is not there. Quarrels, some quarrels going on here, Aries. So, okay, moving on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Yeah, you're just in this period where you don't feel like you have any... I think you're ending a relationship with somebody. It could be air sign, water sign, earth sign. You're just not feeling it. You're concentrating on your own pentacles. You're trying to rectify any damage to your financial situation at this time. You're just not feeling stable. And I think you've taken swift action to end it with somebody. They just, the couple love just was not there anymore. All right. I don't know if you guys can see these cards here. Move them down. Because you got the reverse Ace of Cups, which is, someone offering their couple love. You're not offering your couple love anymore there, Taurus. And you're not feeling like you're building something with this person. And you took swift action on this. This person just does not seem... They've lost their shine kind of deal. Like they're not... you're not seeing them in that prosperous, happy light that you once did. And things have changed in that regard. Okay. I think you're not seeing them making an effort. You're even, no communication, right? There's no effort to communicate, to talk about the issues at hand. So you're deciding to cut this out of your life because you want to have a stable foundation, and you don't feel that with this person, and you don't see them in that prosperous light anymore, Taurus. And I believe this is a Taurus that is has left a relationship. And is now currently single. But you do know that you have options, that there are options, and you do want a passionate new beginning, but you're undecided on, where you're going to go with it. But you're just waiting, and you're contemplating your next move. I think you're just healing your heart, and you're taking your time to decide. It's almost like you're, you have two paths to choose, but you don't want to go back and relive any toxic issues, okay? But I think you're just taking the time to heal yourself so that you can move on, right? But you do want a passionate new beginning with somebody, but right now you're single. But there's options, and you know it. You might have more than one love offer, or you might be thinking of other people, that may serve you better, okay? But you do have options in the love department. Even though this didn't work out, you have options coming to you, and there is going to be a passionate new beginning. I'm hearing by the fall, you may be reconnected with somebody, okay? But you're just not wanting to juggle things. You're just not, you're tired of juggling. You're just moving away from that, having to go back and forth. You don't want to go back and forth in a relationship anymore. So you're healing that behavior currently. okay? And you're being more logical than emotional about it, and you're concentrating on your pentacles. You know you want to rebuild because you are in your strong earth power, Taurus, that you know that you have this ability to create a stable, loving life for yourself. But with this person that you're walking away from, you know you couldn't have that with this person. So you're cutting your losses and moving on, okay? I don't feel this is, I really feel this is single energy. I don't feel this has to do with anyone who's married. But if you are married and dealing with some issues, and currently, I think you're just going to decide, you know, like what you want. You know, you may look at, you know, doing therapy with your partner and starting over again, you know, like not doing the juggling back and forth dance, right? He said, she said, and you're just trying to heal what's happened and move on, right? And trying to be logical about it. And I think this has been a swift, out of nowhere action, where you're not seeing your partner in a loving light at this point in time. But you will rebuild, and you do have options. And you know this isn't the be all and end all. This is just a current energy, and so you know you can move on from it. All right. So that was Taurus. That was actually similar to the one I did a few days ago, so I do recall that Taurus reading. So Gemini, moving on to Gemini energy. Ooh. Gemini, I think you know you're kind of torn in a situation. You know that you have a loving, currently you're in a loving relationship, or you're just loving life as it comes. But you don't think you have options. Okay, you don't think that there's. You may feel this is the one and only person you're with if you're in a relationship. But I think you guys are working on balance. Like, I think there's some heartache going on in this relationship. If you're in a relationship, okay? There could be some, because this is like the Three of Swords is like some heartbreak going on. Maybe some harsh words are said. Maybe something has come into light. I kind of feel maybe a potential infidelity that has come and shaken up this happy home, right? So I think you're just trying to balance and find the balance in this situation, kind of like trying to be generous about the situation and understanding, and not I think you want to work things out with this person, but you're I don't know if you can overcome the heartbreak. It's going to be slow. I just really feel like you're it's like you're you want to walk away from the situation. You don't want to view this person that you love as, a thief in the night, kind of stealing your love and not seeing anything. You're not, this potential growth. Like, you're letting it ride, I think. Like, you're not hanging on to it. You're just letting it go. You're just like, if this is meant to be with, happen, then it'll happen. I think you're trying to look past any infidelities. This could be even past, like, and maybe you're worried about them cheating on you in the future. But you know that this person has a history. Maybe you have a history of not being faithful in relationships. And, you're seeing, we're in quarantine, so you're seeing some things that, the penny has lost its shine here, okay? But you're trying to be logical and trying to look at both sides, with your Gemini nature, right? You're trying to look at both sides. You're trying to get some good, clear guidance from the divine and asking for that, right? So that you can find some balance within yourself in this situation. But the movement is going to be faster than you think. Like, this healing is going to come quicker than you think. But it's not... I think you're relying on this person to change, but they could be quite stubborn. I'm feeling like they could be quite a stubborn person. So, but I do think you're trying to save this happy home life, and but there's that heartbreak, like that infidelity, whatever. It could have been past. I really feel it's a past thing that you guys have not worked through, and you need to. But I think you're working on letting it go. You're working on, just not hanging on to it. You're trying to trust them better than you've done before, but you are relying on guidance from the universe. So you are making movement in this healing. It's just taking its time, right? It's a slow process. But you're trying to find balance again and help. And I think if you reach out and have helpful people around you, you can get over this, Gemini. Like, it's... And this could be whether you're in a relationship or if you're single, okay? If you're single, this could be dealing with past relationships in order to move on, because you do want this health, this happy life, right? You want this happy ending with somebody, right? So you're just working through your own stuff in order to get there, okay? That's what I feel for the single Geminis. And if you're dealing with some, past stuff in your relationship, Gemini, then work through it if you don't want to move on, from this person, right? Maybe get counseling. Maybe do couples counseling to deal with any of this heartbreak that's standing between you both, okay? So that's Gemini. Cancer. You hearing that song by Boston, More Than a Feeling? Wow. I'm going to read them. Yeah, Cancer, this week you're feeling like you're coming to the end of the period where you've been like reassessing everything and reevaluating all the things that have been bothering you in relationships. Okay, like you've come to the end of licking your wounds, and you're just rebuilding yourself. Like you're rebuilding your pentacles. You may be having some issues around money. You may not feel that you are in a position to have a relationship with somebody at this time. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, you might be feeling the financial crunch of being quarantined. You're just not feeling that you are at your peak performance. Okay, like you aren't, operating at 100%. Okay, you're just not in your emperor energy. Like it's kind of, you might be going through some period of depression or like a little bit of a anxiety around money. Okay, because the wheel right now is, you might be having some financial difficulty in terms of the Wheel of Fortune. But remember, this wheel's always moving. Okay, so this is wheel's always in motion, and you're going to come out of this. Okay. Yeah, this feeling of, where you're not feeling like 100%. It's like you're coming out of a hermit phase. Like you've got so many major arcana here right now, Cancer, that this situation is not, you're not driving the ship, okay? You are the divine, the source is driving the ship for you at this point in time. You are just learning lessons as you go through this week, okay? But you are getting ready to move out of this period of hermit, okay? Whatever hermit mode you were in, whatever dark night of the soul you were in, you're getting out, ready to move out of that, and you're going to take action soon on a situation, okay? But I think you want to offer your cup of love to somebody, but it's slow. Like you're not moving very fast with it, and you're basically, you see how this cat's riding a tortoise here. I think you do want to offer your cup of love to somebody, but because the Wheel of Fortune is reversed, you're not feeling like you are in the financial position to do so, thus making you feel like you're less than, you're not good enough for this person you want to offer your cup of love to, okay? But that is going to change. Like I think you're just, you're not going to, I think you're going to speak more kindly to this person. You're not going to be so harsh on yourself because the King of Cups is reversed. A King of Swords is reversed here. Okay, so you're going to be a bit more lenient, and this period where you're feeling like you have to hang on to your pentacles is going to end. Okay, because you got the Four of Pentacles reversed here. It's just a slow movement out of this situation, as for a lot of us. Okay, so but you are going to gain momentum over the week and feel a lot better. Like you're going to feel, even though you feel kind of stuck right now, that you are going to have movement out of this situation. Okay, like you're slowly moving up this mountain. You see how this cat's moving up out of the darkness? That's how you are, Cancer. You're moving up, and you're getting ready to decide to make your action. You take your action on it, even though it's going to be slow. Okay, but I think you're going to follow your heart a bit more than be over analytical or overly intellectual. I think you're going to, not be so in your head. You're going to release that, and you're going to just work on rebuilding your pentacles and being in a better financial situation so that you feel, more of yourself in order to have more of you to offer to this person that you're interested in. Okay. And if you're in a relationship and you're dealing with some stuff in the relationship, it's just slow movement, slow, steady movement wins the race. Okay. You're just making slow progress. And maybe you guys are feeling, the crunch of being isolated and the financial pinch. Okay. But this is coming to an end. Okay. You are going to be working your way out of this situation. Okay. And working your way into your abundance. And you are going to make movement, but it's slow. Okay, Cancer? And remember, this is genderless, so if I'm talking Emperor, you could be an Empress. Leo. Actually, some of these readings do sound similar to the ones I did a couple days ago. So the energy hasn't changed too drastically yet. Hey, Leo, for the next week. April 2017. I like working with the two decks for this. Gives me different energies, but you know. Oops, Leo. I think you want to have a passionate new beginning with somebody, and you want to offer somebody your cup of love there, Leo, if you're single. I think you're coming out of this period where you felt you weren't good enough, but you've been hit with tower moments. Okay, you've been hit with the tower, and I think you're ready to just move on, you know, from your past. You've dealt with a lot of issues. You've done a lot of self-healing. You know, you've listened to these tower moments. You know, reluctantly, I'm hearing you've listened to these tower moments. So you're feeling a lot better. You're taking what's yours and moving on, Leo. Okay. Yeah, you're still working on your pentacles. You're still working on building your pentacles. I feel you might not feel you're at a very like, I think there's financial matters here for you, Leo. Like, you're working on building your pentacles. You just don't feel that anything's growing or anything's there's movement there, but and that's what's prevented you from offering your cup of love to this person that you're interested in. Okay. But you do want to offer your cup of love to somebody, and you want to take you might potentially want to offer a commitment to this person because you got justice there. Okay, and you're coming out of this period where you're feeling stuck financially, so you want to make an offer. You want to make a commitment offer to somebody, but you're starting to feel like you don't have to hold on to your pentacles so tightly, that you know this person's going to take me as I am, right? And you know you can build something with this person. I think you're trusting in that, and but you're unsure. You kind of feel like a school, you know, kid in a candy store, like how is your offer going to be taken, right? You may have had a tower moment about this person as well, that, you know, hey, this is, you know, and you do feel very passionately about this person. You want, you see them in a very loving, passionate light. You see them as nurturing, as loving, as abundant, as, you know, sunshine to your life. You want to make a loving gesture, but you're not sure if they're going to take you seriously, or if they're going to even accept your offer, you know, or see you in the same light. I think you're worried about that they're just going to disregard what you're offering. Okay, they're just going to see you as not good enough. And I think that's what's been holding you back. But, you know, with this tower moment here, you even though you still feel this love and passion for this person, this tower is actually moving you forward to take action on this, because I think you realize if you don't take action on this, this person is going to cut their losses and move on from you. Okay, so that's for the single Leo here. So you're dealing with all, I see air, earth, fire, and water. So it could be a Libra. Or there could be a Libra involved in this situation. But you do see them lovingly. You know, you do see them as you want to have a relationship, that they're like this passionate new beginning for you and happy ending, I'm hearing. And I think you've been dealing with a lot of past heartbreak, and moving on from that, and just saying, okay, you know what, and starting to take what's yours and from those situations and move on. For married Leos, I think you guys have just been dealing with a lot of I'm hearing emotional upheaval and some financial difficulties when this whole thing with COVID occurred. Okay, it's kind of shook you up, but you guys are rebuilding. You're still finding the justice, still committed to each other, still working on your pentacles together. Even though you're kind of looking at leery of your future, what options are going to look like. You're just going to cut your losses, I heard, and move forward and build a passionate new beginning with each other. Okay. You may have been hit financially. But you may have some governmental aid, I'm hearing, depending on what country you're in. But your pentacles are going to start regenerating. You're going to start building more on that, okay? And I think it's really, it's given you kind of feel like you weren't ready for this situation that occurred with the COVID-19, that's for sure. But you guys are rebuilding. To the married Leos, you're rebuilding, okay? Just kind of cutting your losses and moving on. Virgo. You may be having some money issues here, Virgo. Kind of trying to balance your pennies at this time. Like your foundation is kind of not where you want it to be. You kind of feel stabbed in the back. You know, there's options there for you, but you're not really aware of them, I think. You're not really looking at what other options there, but you do feel stabbed in the back about a situation here. Yeah, you're kind of like trying to find some balance, and there will be, you know, some reprieve to this, but it's you may have had to take assistance or get help in this situation, but you're not feeling very prosperous right now, okay? And you got your Wheel of Fortune is reversed. It's almost like you're fighting for your pentacles, okay? Like you're in a fight for any bit of, you know, finances that you're dealing with here. But that, again, even though the Wheel of Fortune's reversed, like it's still a positive card, and that's always in movement, right? It's like you've had to cut some stuff out with the Ace of Swords, okay? But you cutting corners, I'm hearing, like you've had to cut some corners, but there's going to be communication involved in this situation, movement out of this, rapid movement out of this situation. Just this week, you're just not feeling it. You're just and maybe you're coming out of a period of being stabbed in the back. Like you're just not. You're done, you know, worrying about what people think of you. Actually, I think you've built up a thicker skin. You know, I think the reason why you're not open to a lot of, you know, like you're not seeing a lot of options is because you have had people stab you in the back in the past. So you're not concerned about that, right? You do know that this situation will change, but you're kind of just in this struggle. And you could be struggling with a partner as well if you're involved. And if you're single, you're just worrying about your finances. But I do think there's somebody who's going to communicate with you. I think you're going to be open to this communication with this person. But I'm hearing flight of fancy, okay? If you're single. I think you're just done with people promising you, you know, these new beginnings, and you're just done with it. Like you're tired of people stabbing you in the back. You're tired of fighting for whatever kind of positive things you want in your life, and you're just ready to move on. You know, you're ready to just say, okay, you know what, I want to enter a new phase of my life. Okay. And I think you're trusting in the universe, and you're doing your full moon releases and new moon manifestations for something better. So this week, I think that's what you're working on here for those single Virgos. And of course, you know, Virgo is an earth sign, so we are always, as earth signs, worried about our pentacles. But I think you're going to have some balance, you know, in that. But you know what you want to do, Virgo. Like and even if you're in a relationship, even if you're in this period where you're kind of like feeling stuck, you know, this is going to change. You're with some communication, it'll change. And the Wheel of Fortune's always in motion and always moving. And you could be taking time to heal each other and rebuild a new foundation, okay? Yeah, that's it. That's what I get for Virgo. Moving on to Libra. Libra. You're manifesting yourself a new beginning here, Libra. You're just not feeling passion for somebody right now. I think you're releasing yourself from some karmic bonds, some codependency behaviors, and you're manifesting something new. I think you're going to have either communicate your feelings to this person in a very logical manner. You're just done with any negative things in your relationship. You know, you're just not, you're more, I feel like you're more concentrating on a new beginning, not just lust, okay? With the Devil reverse and the Ace of Wands reverse here, like you know that you want more out of a relationship than just the physical aspect, and I think you've been communicating that, and you're making swift changes to it. But you're manifesting a new beginning, whether you're staying with your partner and you're manifesting this new beginning together, and your relationship's evolving into a higher level, you know, and you're talking about whatever's ailing you, whatever's going on in the relationship, you know, to build, you want to build a new beginning with this person, okay? And if not with this person, with somebody else, Libra, I feel you're never really truly tied to anybody. But being an air sign, like you're very logical, okay? And you're not shy to speak what's, you know, on your mind and what you're thinking, okay? An air sign, so. But you might be dealing with a Capricorn here, and a Scorpio. And the Magician, I keep forgetting what sign they are. But yeah, you're just our fire sign, another air sign. But you're wanting a passionate new beginning, okay? Yeah, this cup of love is not, you know, you're not seeing the building of this foundation. You want justice in this situation. You want balance. You want to balance out whatever karmic, you know, issues are going on in that, okay? And I think things are being revealed to you about this situation that you're in if you're in a relationship, okay? Things that you've been blinded to, that you've turned a blind eye to, you're now looking at, and it has a lot to do with us being in this social isolation, okay? And when we're involved with somebody. So I feel this is about a married or in a relationship, committed Libra. You're just not feeling passion the way you did for somebody, you know, and I think the foundation has been shaken up this, you know, or will be shaken up this coming week. But you're going to find justice in that because you got your own card here, Libra. You're going to be in your power, okay, and you're going to balance the situation out, and you're going to look at it not only with your heart but with your intellect, okay, and you're going to reveal something that's going to create a new beginning. Whether you're going to reveal your true feelings for this person and end it, or your true feelings are going to create something even more, you know, harmonious. But something that's been kept in shadow will be revealed. But this passion, this codependency, you're just done with. Okay, you don't like that codependent behavior. So, you know, if it was a relationship based just on sex, I think it might transform into something that's more solid. Okay. And into something that's more stable. And if you are a single Libra, you are just reevaluating what you want in a relationship. I feel like you're just done with false promises of, you know, false promises where, you know, you're not building anything with anybody. There's no passionate new beginnings. Like you're just done with the fuck boy, fuck girl mentality, and you're manifesting a new beginning for yourself because you're starting to look at going through this dark night of the soul, and you're starting to recognize what you want in a healthy relationship for those single Libras, okay? And you are in your power, Libra, because you got the Justice card right here, so. And you are going to manifest this new beginning for yourself. It's like the death of any old behaviors are occurring right now, and you're just letting them go. You're recognizing why they're there, and you're moving on to something better in yourself, to be a better person, happier, more peaceful, balanced person. Okay, you're working on your balance on yourself in order to have this new beginning. Okay, you're peeling away layers like the onion, right? All right. Yeah, I see signs. You want signs. So, and a lot of this is, I'm looking, there's a lot of major arcana here. So a lot of this is just, driven by not only by the source, right? Like you're being driven by the spirits who are, divinely guiding you. You're being divinely guided through this period. Okay. Okay, Scorpio. Shuffle again. Okay. Scorpio, you're coming out of this dark night of the soul. You're starting to have love for yourself again. You're working on your pentacles. You just don't want to be taken for no, you want to be taken seriously. You don't want to be taken in a negative light. You want to, I think you're kind of just assessing everything for yourself. You're cutting out the old, and I think it's been a slow process, but you've been concentrating on your pentacles. You've just been in this passion for yourself, love for yourself, building what you need to, okay? But I think you're starting to learn that whatever love language that you have, like it's starting to mature. Like you're not speaking from a very immature place. You're starting to build up that. And you are very much in your mind. Like there is like one cup here. Everything else is swords. Like you are just coming out of this dark night of the soul. It's like you're finding your footing, okay? You're in this period of where you have cut things out, I feel, and you're just kind of just concentrating on building that, solid foundation for yourself, building a happy ending for yourself. Like you want to have someone to share a happy life with. But I think you're kind of deciding what kind of person you want, okay? Yeah, you want to make a passionate movement to somebody, but you want to build a foundation with someone, but you don't want them to see you in a negative light, right? Even though you want to make sure that this beginning is what's right for you, okay? Yeah, I think you may have been dealing with a heartbreak of a past lover, and I think you're just cut it all out. Like you're done. You're coming out of this phase where you were just healing from that situation. Okay. Releasing it. Young love, I'm hearing. So, but you want to have this passionate new beginning with somebody. You got the Ten of Pentacles here. with the Knight of Wands. Like you do want to take action towards somebody that you feel is appropriate to start a new life with, okay? You want to have a prosperous, bountiful new life future, and you want to build with somebody, okay? I think you watch this person more than this person watches you. There may be a third party, but you don't want them to see you as a fool. You don't want them to cut you out of their life. You want to be taken seriously, okay? Yeah, you're kind of worried there that you'll have some heartbreak in this situation if you take the step. So you're kind of back and forth. Do you offer this passionate new beginning to someone because you're worried about having your heart broken again? Okay. So that's for those single Scorpios out there. For Scorpios that are in relationships, I think you and your partner have been going through some issues, and that you guys have been working shit out. And you guys are both trying to heal this heartbreak situation that you're in, and whatever. And rebuilding with your partner, letting go of old hurts and things that may have damaged the relationship in the past, and healing. Even though there's the heartbreak there, you're learning to move on from it because you want to have a passionate new beginning and build something better with your partner. Okay, like rebuild the relationship. Like it may have broken down, and then you're rebuilding from that. Okay, that's what I feel for married Scorpios and commitments. Okay. Moving on to Sagittarius. For those married Sagittarius, I think you're, again, just not feeling very prosperous right now, but you're not letting that affect how you're living your life. Like you're still living your life in a very happy-go-lucky way. You're just taking it at one step at a time. You're not worried about what's coming, okay? But I do think whatever financial difficulties you've been feeling have been putting stress on your relationship. As much as you may not be feeling the love for one another, there's still a strong connection and a strong passion for one another, okay? I think you may realize that, it's just a phase you're going through, right? Like you're not going to let it affect your long-term commitment with one another. Yeah, I think you're totally committed to this person. You don't see yourself moving on to somebody else, there's really no heartbreaks here. You guys are coming out of whatever tower moment you've been in this situation with COVID-19, okay? You got the Fool here twice, so even though, things are bad, you're still being positive, all right? And that's for married Sagittarius. And you could be dealing with a Capricorn here because you got the Capricorn Tower. I can't remember what sign that is. But the Fool. You got the Fool here twice. You're just loving life. You're not letting things will be better. There's better days to come, Sagittarius, in your relationship. And this is just a period of strife and a period of tension. And it's just kind of putting strain on the relationship, okay? And you're not letting, this, whatever has been the shakeup, you're coming out of it. So the tower is reversed, so you're coming out of that. Even though it may have put some strain on your relationship, you're choosing to believe in that love anyway, and moving forward with a happy heart, and knowing that sunny days are coming, okay? I'm hearing a song, sunny days, sunny days. Yeah. Like you're just not letting whatever this situation is, get to you, okay? For single Sagittarius, I think it's the same message, right? You may have, you may not feel there's, you're building pentacles with anybody, or you're offering a new beginning to someone, that there is no person, to offer love to, but that's going to change. Like this is changing, okay? That situation is changing. You are going to meet a passionate partner, but you got to be careful not to meet a partner that you're codependent with, okay? Even though, you want to believe that everything's positive, you still got to be aware of the red flags in your relationship, okay? But you do, are moving on with it, whatever, you're moving on with a happy, healthy heart. You're dealing with any past heartbreaks, and you're letting stuff go, okay? And you're just keeping an optimistic attitude that things are going to get better, that there is going to be passion and love in your life, and a new beginning, right? But you just got to be mindful of the red flags here, Sagittarius, that you're not getting involved with someone who's going to try to, nip that optimism in the bud and try to control it, okay? So you got to be careful of those tower moments, and listen to those tower moments when they do come. But so you could, like earth sign, water sign, air sign. That's what I see here, okay? That you're dealing with. Capricorn. So that's Sagittarius. Moving on to the, lovely Capricorns. Hard workers of the Zodiac. That Seven Dwarf song, hi ho, it's off to work I go. That's Capricorn. They're happiest when they're working and making pentacles, building their nurturing, loving homes. They're hard workers, but they love passionately. And they're committed. Okay, Capricorn. Ooh. I think you're making some choices here, Capricorn. I think there's options being given to you. I think you need to really be mindful of what Spirit's saying to you at this point in time, and open your eyes to any messages that you're getting intuitively about love and pentacles. Okay, you know that the world is your oyster. I think you're just dealing with past heartbreak, that you're letting past things go, and once this period of contemplation is done, you're going to make a decision to continue to work towards your pentacles. Okay, because ultimately you want the Ten of Pentacles. You want that happy life, stable, nurturing, lifelong commitment. That's what you're working towards, and you're going to have a choice on that. I think you're going to have to make a decision on this happy life. Whether it's through business or through love, You may out of the blue be handed a couple of that you're not expecting from someone that you have not met yet, and you're going to have a choice. It's going to be, yeah, because right now you're not feeling that 10 of Cups, but you will be. There's going to be communication coming in, but you're unsure. You're going to be unsure about your options here, okay? You want to have a passionate new beginning with somebody, but you are going to be cautious about it. As, Capricorns are, But you know that you're going to want to build a life with somebody, but you're going to take caution on it. You're just not going to run, wholeheartedly into it. The action's going to be slower when you do get this option, and you're going to choose. You're going to have to choose between your options, and you're not sure about that. They're telling me to pull one more card here. Yeah, because you've been. And it's because you've been through some heartbreak here, Capricorn. Why you don't feel, happy, and happy ending is there for you. But it's coming, and so you have to deal with whatever heartbreak's been there, and know that you have options. Yeah, because then once you decide you have options, you're going to make a choice, and you're going to come out of that period of looking at the past, okay? You're going to come out of healing the past, and you're going to start moving forward into your future. All right, when you let things go, and just know that you have options there. And I feel this is for a single Capricorn. At this point, this message. Any single Capricorns dealing with past heartbreaks, know that there's going to be options. There's going to be communication coming. There's going to be an offer, but you're going to take your time with it. You're going to assess it. I'm hearing you're going to assess it. Very, very, going to be very scrutinizing of it, because you know what you've experienced in the past, okay? And you're going to be logical. This decision is going to be a logical one. It's not going to be something you make from your heart, okay? You're not just going to jump into it with your heart. You're going to make the decision from your head, not from your heart. You're not going to let your heart rule your choices, okay? But you're going to make a choice that's right for you, okay? You're going to pick the partner that's right for you, because you want a lifelong partner. You don't want someone who's just going to be willy-nilly in there for a short time, right? You want someone who's going to build a foundation with you. But you are going to have a movement in this situation. If you're single, there is going to be options coming to you. And I think you're very discerning when there is love offers to you. I don't think you take them... you're kind of just watch, you pick and choose. Some, as these offers come in, some pass you by. It doesn't bother you, okay? You're looking for something in particular, okay? And that's for single Capricorns. So as for married Capricorns, let's see. Yeah, you might be feeling the pinch here too. Like there might be some stress in the relationship. You might be dealing with some past issues in your relationship. Things may be coming to light. Some revelations may be happening, but there's a lot of communication going on here. There might have been arguments. There may have been things that, were about past issues that were said, but you're going to slowly, you believe in your partner. You're going to build this with your partner, okay? You're going to, even though right now you and your partner are having issues, they are still your world. You still have passion for them, but you're going to look at it logically, and you're going to rebuild, okay? You're going to look at your options again, and you're going to move forward with this, because there's no other person for you. You're committed to this person you're with, okay? So I think it's just strife in the relationship at this point in time. Whatever you're dealing with because of this self-isolation, it could be financial issues. And, Capricorns and finances go hand in hand. So they, don't like it when their money is not flowing the way it should. They don't like that uncomfortable feeling. So, you know, that could be part of what's happening here. But there's a lot of communication going on here. There's a movement in this situation to build something better. And you do have the Ten of Pentacles here. So that's a positive outcome, okay? Even though you feel some stress right now because of being, you know, isolated at home. That was a good time to deal with things. You know, sometimes we see our loved ones in a whole different light when we have to spend a lot of time with them day in, day out, right? Things we've been ignoring, we're seeing. So, but this person is your world. You know, Capricorn, this person is your world. For those married Capricorns. Aquarius. Aquarius. Every time Aquarius, like I hear this Aquarius, I always hear that song. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It's the 70s song. Every time. It's been happening for years. I have to shake the table here. Aquarius. Okay. Nice. All major arcana here, Aquarius. You ain't the captain of your ship, let me tell you that. You've just been taking, you know, you have the Leo sign, Leo card here, Libra, Virgo. You've just been taking your and it's kind of like you this quarantine, self-quarantine, you're taking it as it is, even though you know it's shaking up some stuff for you. You're just finding balance in it. You're learning things. You're in this period of learning about yourself, learning about others. You know, you're just not, even though you were in this tower moment when this quarantine happened, you're getting the most out of it. Okay. You just feel like you're in this period of, if you're dealing with any legal matters, that you will get justice from it. Okay, there will be things that balance out in your favor, but you're just not letting any tower moments overwhelm you at this point in time. You're learning your lessons from whatever issues are at hand. Okay, but whatever this situation is, it's out of your control. These are all major arcanas. Okay, you ain't driving the ship here, Aquarius, even though you may think you are. All right. Yeah, I think you've been dealing with a lot of past heartbreaks, and you've come out of a period where you've been dealing with heartbreak, where you haven't been feeling prosperous, but you know, are having any new beginnings or anything like that. But you're making movement out of this situation, and you're learning from it, and you're being optimistic. Okay, you're being positive about it. You're not letting you know, things overwhelm you. You know, you know that things will in the end work out. Like, you're keeping that sunny, optimistic attitude, and that's what you know, is helping you get through. Okay, you're just releasing things that are no longer serving you. Okay, you know that you know you will, even though your pentacles are affected at this point in time, that you will have there's movement towards building. Okay, there will be movement come summertime to rebuild your pentacles. And you got the Hangman reversed here as well, so there's movement out of there. You're just getting ready. You're ready to move on from whatever situation this is, and you know, like, once there's an opportunities for employment again, I think you're going to take them. Okay, And I think that goes for both married and single Aquarius. I don't feel this is just any, separated into single or married at this point in time. I think Aquarius, you're just being very optimistic. You know that, there's going to be movement out of this situation, okay? And you're learning from it. You're enjoying the time, to rest, to relax, to learn new things, to, just, that you will have justice in the end, that things are going to work out and there's going to be movement, that you're not stuck in this situation. You're just letting go and moving on. That's what I feel, Aquarius. Very, very optimistic. And you're letting spirit guide you. You're letting the spirits guide you where you need to go. You're just going with the flow, okay? Enjoying every day as it comes. Pisces. Pisces. I think you are coming out of a period where you've coming out of a period of the prison of your mind, okay, where you've been very logical about things. You're right now just remunerating over past events that have occurred. I think you're realizing that things have not always went in your favor, even though you've put in the hard work. Things have not always worked out, and but you're tired of carrying this stuff, okay? You're tired of carrying this past stuff. You're ready for a new beginning, okay? I think you're just cutting your losses and moving on here, Pisces, okay? And this is for single and married. I'm not feeling a differentiation between the two. I think you're ready to cut out the old stuff and move on to something new. Okay, you're working on your pentacles. You're focused on your pentacles. You're letting the divine guide you to where you need to go, and and you trust that the universe is going to take you to where you need to be. And you're starting to listen to your intuition a lot more than you have been in the past. I think you're just done crying over spilt milk. I think there is some major arcana influence in here, but you are driving a lot of it. You're doing a lot of your own self-healing. You're releasing yourself from past heartaches, past guilt, I'm hearing. And you're just, going to have a new beginning. You're being very logical. You're not letting... But I think it's because you want to have a happier, prosperous new future, right? And you're starting to listen to those messages from the universe, okay? And I think what I'm hearing is you're releasing any addiction issues that you may have had in the past, okay? Yeah, because this Eight of Swords also came out. So this is the releasing of the prison of the mind. And you also have the Nine of Wands here. You know, looking over old wounds. And I think you're coming out of that period, right? Because it hasn't left you feeling like you've had any good fortune because of any hanging on to all that past stuff, right? Even though you've been working financially to build your pinnacles, it's just, you know, hanging on to this emotional stuff, you know, from the past is just dragging you down, and you're getting ready to let it go because you know it's time to move on, okay? And you're focused on a new beginning, all right? Yeah, you are kind of, you know, no, you kind of feel like your options are slim at this point in time. Like you know that you have to make decisions on things because things are marching on here, right? Like, I think you want to be committed to one person. You want to have a solid foundation with somebody, a new beginning with somebody, and you're being very logical about it. You're not letting your heart rule your head, right? And you're ready to move on to something new. And this is, you know, if you're in a relationship, it could be just moving into the next phase of your relationship, okay? Like, you could be cutting your losses. Maybe you are going to leave a relationship, or maybe you're you know, like, I don't want to predict that or say that because that's totally up to you if you want to leave a relationship or not. I'm not going to tell you to, okay? If you want to stay in it, it's up to you. But you are ready to move on and into something new and have a new beginning, right? I think if you're married, you do want to take your loved one with you on this journey of your soul. Okay, you want to move into something new. I'm hearing with this person. Okay, there's no other options for you if you're in a committed relationship. But if you're single, you know that you want to have someone where, you know, you're not just in this fuck boy fuck girl mode, right? You just want to be committed to somebody, and you're ready for a new beginning. But yeah, I truly believe you're listening to your intuition more. I think you're probably getting more messages from the universe, and you're being more open to it than you have been in the past. Through dreams, possibly. You might be getting some very lucid dreams, vivid dreams. You know, and when I say that, I mean like, you know, like they are so real. Like they seem so real. Like you're awake. That's what those lucid and vivid dreams are. And they give you really strong messages in there. But you're listening to the universe, the guidance of the universe. You're done fighting the universe. You're done trying to control everything. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, air sign, fire sign, earth sign, water sign. All signs are represented, actually. Gemini, I'm hearing. But go with the flow. Go and do what's right for you. You know, come out of this period of upheaval and darkness and move on to something better. Yeah, you're done looking at the past. You want to move on to something more brighter for your future. Okay, but you know it's movement slow. Like it's not. You're just marching on. You know, you're kind of like this battle weary warrior, right? And you're ready for a new beginning, and that's what you're heading to. All right, so that's it for Pisces. So thank you for joining me.